It's time for another Let's Talk. You know, I haven't done this kind of video for a pretty long time. I think the last time I did it was in 412. Wow, that is pretty long. And today's topic will be about the Apple Keynote, which was today. And I must say I'm pretty disappointed. I was looking forward to it and I thought, oh cool, there will be like pretty new stuff and be exciting. Yeah, there were new stuff. And it was pretty predictable. Here is Apple's formula for, can you call it a formula? Yeah, I guess you can. For creating new products every year. So let's take the iPad Air. Okay, it has a A7 processor, and it has a 5 megapixel camera, for instance. And then the next year comes iPad Air 2. It has a faster processor and a better camera. So here's the thing: it's like their keynotes are so predictable, and it just it doesn't seem convincing to the buyer. iPhone 6 Plus is big, which is like with a 5.5-inch display, and people are questioning the use of an iPad now. Even the Mac can do stuff that the iPad can do. So it's kind of, and people like, if they want to buy an iPad, they must have a good reason why they want to. Anyway, going back on topic, their stuff is pretty predictable. It's essentially better camera, faster processor, and better Wi-Fi stuff. That's it. Apple, if you want to make better stuff, I'm not saying your products are bad, because they are not. They're pretty good. But your keynote is pretty predictable. Whatever's gonna come out, it's predictable. So here's what you gotta do. You need to, 1, double down on secrecy. Quadruple. Whatever. Try to make your stuff as secret as possible. Every time you see leaks on the internet, we're like, oh, okay. We'll be like, cool. And then suddenly, the keynote comes and we'll be like, seeing that. No big deal. So that's one. Next thing they gotta do, or next thing you gotta do, is, innovate. Sorry, I'm sounding like a hater. I don't mean to. I use Apple products. I love them. They're good. But seriously, come on, Apple. Bring something new to the table. Bring something fresh. You all got tons of ideas. Bring them in. Show us and convince us why we should get a product. I remember during the iPad 2 keynote, Steve came on stage and he was like, he compared the iPad 1 with the iPad 2. And he was like, look how thin it is. It's like, I think 35% thinner. It's lighter. It has smart covers. It has FaceTime, photo booth, and it had cameras. And he made such a big deal about it, and everyone's like, whoa! Everyone's impressed. He managed to wow the crowd. And they kept the iPad 2 for quite a long time. So, the wow factor is just gone. Not to mention the iPad Mini 3, which had the most pathetic upgrade ever. It comes in gold, and it has a new Touch ID home button. While I can see that's pretty useful, it doesn't justify the price point. $100 more and you're still paying for basically a Touch ID button. How many people actually own a gold iPad? I want to know. I don't think gold is the best looking color among the three. I prefer space gray. Sorry, that's a personal opinion. But yeah, I don't understand that. But they have done some pretty cool stuff, I've gotta admit. And I was quite impressed by a couple of things. The first one was the Retina IMAX. Wow, 5K display, you're kidding me. That is insane. And they've also updated the Mac Mini. In other news, OS X Yosemite is available for download today. And I've been testing out the betas. I love it. And you'll probably love it. If you don't, it's kind of like updating to iOS 6 to iOS 7. But except this is for a Mac. So you essentially, if you've used it on iOS, you'll be very familiar to anyone who's used a Mac. And why should you not upgrade? Oh, I don't know. Handoff, SMS support, phone calls, Wi-Fi hotspot, better spotlight. I would upgrade if I were you. It brings so much cooler stuff to the table. Yeah. Okay. So that is basically it.